Today is Thursday, September 5th, 2019. Purpose of this video is to correct some misconceptions. Apparently, I have some invalid information in Canvas. People are naming their databases using their last name. For example, if your last name was Jane, if your name was Jane Roe, people are naming their databases Roe_DB. And this is how I used to do it. So the fact that people are doing that tells me that I have invalid information somewhere in the database or in Canvas. First thing I'm going to do is show you how to delete a database. In order to delete a database, I'm starting from not connected at all. In order to delete a database, I have to connect as the Windows user. So I'm going to connect with Windows authentication. I say connect. Now I am the administrator of the database. It's really that easy. And now I go into databases. And I have two databases here. Remember, I said one of them should be named AP_DB, and I don't know whether we've got that or not. That's the one, that's the AP database. The other one should be named Scratch, SCRATCH_DB. If you don't name it that way, then I won't be able to, I'll have to fix it. And ultimately, I'm going to start taking off points. This one is named wrong. This one is named RowDB. Okay, so I need to fix that. And first thing I'm going to do is show you how to delete a database. Remember, I'm logged in as the Windows user. You cannot do this unless you're logged in as the Windows user. I'm going to right-click the database. If I can get my right clicker to work, I'm going to go to Tasks and go to Take Offline. Take it offline, drop all connections, and say, OK, it is now offline. Now, it's as simple as right-clicking and say, delete. Okay, and it's gone. But I have one more task that I need to do. I need to open a file window, and I need to go to I need to go to this location, and let me put it up there for you a little bit larger so you can see it. It is Program Files, Microsoft SQL Server, MS SQL, MS14, MSSQL14.SQL Express, MSSQL Data. There it is. And if you want to know where that is, if you need to find it, you can find it, by the way. It's right there in the path to the files in your database. That's where your files are kept. So we're going to navigate to that guy, and then we're going to find the files. Well, excuse me, I just lost it. MSSQL data. Okay, now there are two files in here that are named with the RowDB. So the one that you're trying to delete, you have to delete these files. These are the data files for your database. You delete them, you'll have to say continue as the administrator, because it tries to keep you from messing it up. By the way, there's AP. Don't delete those, because that one's not, there's nothing wrong with that. And now we're ready. I'm going to look for anything, if there is a Scratch DB in here, but I don't have a database named Scratch. Anything that I don't have a database, I need to delete. So if I'm going to create Scratch, I need to make sure I don't have any of these files laying around in here. Okay, so I've finished with doing that. Now I'm ready to go back to my solution. Okay, to my databases. I'm going to right-click Databases, New Database. I'm going to name the database. Please name the database like I'm doing it. SCRATCH_DB. Make the owner your username. My username is SW Smith. Your username may be different. Our usernames can be different, but the database name we have to agree on. If we don't agree, I can't run your code. So if you name the database with your last name, then I won't be able to run it. So the owner is your username. The database name is just that, exactly that, ScratchDB. If you get an error here, go back, when I say OK, it should happen, it creates it. If I get an error there, the problem is that you have a file over here named scratchdb underscore log file and some other stuff over, and it's trying to create new ones and can't. Okay, let me close this window. All right, so now I have it named properly, APDB ScratchDB. Now I have one other task to do. I'm going to go to the security, the logins, and my username, right-click him and go to his properties, and double check that the default database is set to ScratchDB. And the default language should probably be set to English. US English, where is it? Here. Okay, unless you prefer another one. So the passwords and everything, and so I'm going to say okay. So I want that database set to ScratchDB. Once this is done, now I'm ready. I should put all of my, I should say use ScratchDB, yes, ScratchDB, and then I'll be able to use it. Now, I really don't want to see any more assignments coming in that don't have the database properly named. So double check your databases. Make sure you have a database named APDB and another one named ScratchDB. If APDB is not named correctly, you'll need to run that createap.sql file. Okay, thank you very much. And I'm gonna disconnect this guy and end the recording now. And ending. Goodbye.